Alright, let me just give a quick walk through the final end result. Final, I say final, but I might do something else, who knows. But this is my whatever you want to call it. Inspired by my wooki. I own a wooki 20 degree, love it. But I wanted something for my wife, and she has a dream raven, and because she likes to lay both ways. She wants to switch in real time, middle of the night, switch from head left, feet right, and right, feet right, head left, right, vice versa. And so she was stuck on that. That was irritating because it requires a lot more down, but it did simplify the basic dimensions I would need versus the wooki. But anyway, I made this. So if you're not familiar with the wooki, I'll quickly show you. Basically, it's a hammock. If I lay this all out flat, it would be a big, huge rectangle, just like a hammock. That's the inner layer, and then the outer layer is attached to that inner hammock layer, and it just hangs there. In theory, you could just lay in this like a hammock. It's a 0.9 ounce per yard argon 90, and now that I put those pleats in it, I wouldn't do it. But before that, it might hold someone that's 80 or 90 pounds. I wouldn't do it, but it is a hammock technically, but it's not going to be really weight bearing besides maybe the 10 to 25 pounds of force that's applied to the system by the little rubber band deal. So it attaches with a couple carabiners at the end. So this end has the rubber band whipped onto the whipped end, and then attached to a loop that has just some shoestring I have on a taut line hitch, and I can adjust it up and down. So you start loose and you adjust it and tighten it to where when you lay down in the hammock, this tightens up, and once you lay down, it might, I don't want to pull my stand down, but it'll just kind of be like that. And that'll be the right distance. And if it's too loose, I'll tighten up the loop until you get this deal. And once you do that, it's all kind of pinned down and it's good. I also did these naughty mods on all four corners. It just gives me something to come up and raise up, and I like it to block the wind. I like the feeling of being inside of it all sort of wrapped up, and it kind of helps pull it in a little bit. But honestly, just like Brandon has said, and this has gone in the other wooki threads before, if I didn't have these naughty mods, this one including this hammock that I made, or this underquilt, it would still work all the same pretty much. It's just I like having this option. It also lets me loosen this if I wanted to as well. I haven't tinkered too much with this because I've been just kind of focusing on using it just like the wooki tight. But if I want to loosen this, the compression issues reduce, and then you can kind of use these to kind of pick up the edges. So it lets you fiddle around with it if you so choose. And it also lets me use it as a secondary sort of a venting suspension. I have the line runs through each side, and it kind of wraps around into the carabiner. So I could actually take this off and run it without the band and let it hang by this, and use these to let it up and down. But really, venting it is as easy as just letting this down probably is enough to vent it. If you let this cord down and loosen, the whole system just starts to drop incrementally. So that's that. I'll give you a couple views of it here. This is the head end. You can see the evidence of the differential here. It's got plenty of this extra fabric to let it go here. And then this side here. And then the other end where it attaches is just a fixed end. I just have a loop of the stuff going through a channel, and then there's a carabiner that attaches it here. So that's that. And then again, the naughty mod on this side. And just kind of giving you under the thing look here at the baffles and stuff. It's really good. I have a camera bag in there right now just to add a little bit of weight. Oh, I did. Let me toss it back in there. Well, hold on a second. Here we go. All right. Okay, now, there's my camera bag in there just to give it. That's enough actually to show you. Before I did anything else, just when I got done with this, before I fiddled with the differential. So I've done a differential on the width-wise, given all this extra fabric to let it accordion and move to contour to me. And that's worked really good. And but I did not do a lengthwise differential. I didn't have extra fabric to account for the bend this way. And that really does a big number on the whole system. So before, when I just put this bag in here, I should have done a video before I finished, but this part here would just be almost totally compressed to where it would just be almost touching against the hammock. But now look at it. I mean, it is. Look how lofty that is. I mean, it's, I don't know, I actually haven't got a measuring stick, but it's probably 3 inches of loft. It certainly is over here. There's a huge amount of loft here, but here under, directly under. Once I land it, it's a little bit less, but it's huge. I'll show it to you in a little bit. And then the way that I sort of after the fact induced the differential by sewing a series of pleats across the entire width in 4 sections of the hammock. You can see evidence right here where I kind of came across with them. That was kind of nerve-wracking, but I got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm so displeased with the compression issue that if this pleat thing doesn't work, then I'm just going to scrap all the fabric and just restart and reharvest the down. Luckily, I don't think I'll have to do that because this seems to work great. So I'm really pleased. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll just do a little shot of me in the hammock maybe. And we'll just leave it at that. Everyone's been really helpful on the forums with both the top quilt. My DIY stuff's been a lot of fun. I've just had a blast doing DIY. Everybody who's gave me some tips and pointers. Here we go. And I have to pull the side up on this side a little bit. There we go. Boom. And give you a sense of it that way. And so in this way, if I want to be, this way, and if I want to switch, if she wants to switch in the middle of the night to this way, she can, no problem. She's got all the coverage she would ever want. And once you lay in this puppy, it's warm, like burning up warm. It's gonna be pretty great. I'm looking forward to use it for real camping. So that's that. I feel as a new DIYer, I feel very pleased. So yeah, thanks to everybody who's helped out. A bunch of people on hammock forums, and some people on YouTube. I feel like the next time I make this, it'll be much more elegant. I won't have to do the whole pleats after the fact, but I feel pretty good. Thanks again. Y'all have a good one. We'll keep chatting. Bye-bye.